start traveling until I did this. And it's not about money. If you think you need money to travel, you're wrong. But you're also right. Grab your attention spans and let's sit down. Class is in session. I love to travel and I travel so much, which is so weird to say because a few years ago, I was struggling with anxiety, depression, and I actually just graduated from therapy. 6 books of poetry about my anxiety, depression, and all that in bag of chips. So, how did I get here? So, one day I saw this TikTok saying, your thoughts create your reality. Okay? So, ever since that moment, it was like a light switch went on, and I went into observation mode. I started to observe my reality and what that meant. And from what I observed, I'm going to share with you today. Number one is life is a mirror. Life mirrors your beliefs and your thoughts and your emotions about it or anything. Like it's a real life algorithm. For me, the universe is unbiased, undifferentiated energy, like the raw material of life, and it has this natural essence about it, and we get to co-create with it. So your first thing is to observe your reality. And you're going to start by thinking, what are your beliefs about reality in every category? Love, career, housing, apartments, people, friends. There's so many components to life, and you might think those are like they're gonna be background to you, but you're gonna write down everything. Our friends hard to make, our friends evil, our people evil. Everything is a mirror. Everything. So if you want your reality to change, you have to understand what it's projecting. What is the mirror saying? Okay, so I have these beliefs, but how am I going to be aware of it? Observe your reality for 21 days with no judgment and just see what you are creating. And it's not your fault, honestly. It's not your fault that these things happen. And don't even go too deep and like, oh, this bad thing happened. That's a separate thing. If you're magnetizing bad things, you're not a bad person. There's also collective beliefs. There's inherited beliefs that you could be living out. Think of life as like a program and you get passed down these things and it's like an autopilot. It's not you, it's like an autopilot. So right now, if you're in autopilot, you're going to get yourself out of it by being aware of what you are creating. And then compare it to your actual beliefs on these things. So if you believe money only comes from hard work, are you working hard for this money? Do you believe that this and this and that? Do you see that here? Compare those things, right? So after you start comparing, choose one thing you want to start changing. All right, one thing you actually want to see, and that's your starting ground. I used to like play this game with the universe, like show me this, do this, or da 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 da. My favorite game is segment intention. It's not even a game at this point. This is like law. I'll wake up and say, I set the intention for this. I'll get that thing. But you can't focus on that thing. You gotta let that thing go. But I'm at the point where I believe it to be so true. It's like lickety split. And people are like, oh, placebo's placebo. I'll get so specific. One time I asked my mom, no, I didn't ask my mom. I said to the universe, I set the intention for a plate of Jamaican food. The thought just left my head. My mom calls me and says, hey, Sydney, if you pick up this Jamaican food, I'll buy you a plate. Yeah. The other week, I was like, I want a camera, but I'm not going to buy it. Next day, I get a camera for free. You just start to feel like the luckiest person alive once you get this, okay? So let's correlate this back to traveling. There's the law of attraction. The more you focus on something, you get it back, right? So think of your desire as a seed. You don't need to do anything to get it. Like just you're wanting it creates it, okay? Then like light follows the least resistant path. So if you want something, your desire wants something, it's going to find the least resistant path. What causes resistance is your beliefs against it. Do you believe this can happen? Do you da-da-da-da-da-da? Create an easy pathway for your desire by understanding what is not letting it unfold, if that makes sense. A whole bunch of shadow work. Let's just get back to the staking table. 2 years ago, I decided I want to travel. I understand the law of attraction. So I said, I don't have $1,000,000 right now. I'm not going to wait for it to happen. I'm going to create that energy. What do I want travel to bring me? So this is called identifying the search. I want to feel alive. I want an experience. I want freedom. And I found that experience by taking a 2-hour drive. I live in Connecticut, going upstate New York. There's so many places around me that we're essentially traveling. You get in your car, that's traveling. So it's a little vague, a little bit. So if I'm telling the universe, hey, or if my energy is saying like, oh, I don't want to do that, like well, I don't really want to travel. You want a specific type of travel. You want a plane travel. So for me, I was saying I want to travel. So I did those small trips without the money, $100 in my bank account. And I just went up to see a waterfall that made me feel alive. I felt so happy. And like everything in me was like, it was just like, it was the feeling I was looking for without the external circumstance that I thought I needed. So I kept doing small trips. So think of that as a seed, okay? My attention, me doing things and following that excitement creates more growth in that seed. But if you think of the creation or your desire as a seed, right? And your beliefs are like the soil. What type of beliefs are you having? Can your seed grow in that soil? No. Your soil's dead. So then my seed starts to grow, and that comes as inspiration and creativity, and I follow that creativity, and that's watering it, right? So I get more boo 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 boo. But I'm still working this job I hate. So I understand my thoughts create my reality. So one day I decided I don't want to work here anymore. I need to start applying what I know. I started to go on a thought diet, only focusing on what I want. And then for 1 week straight, I went on my break and meditated. Okay, that's not necessary to achieve your desire. I was an experience that was so dreadful. I needed something in me to shift my perspective, and that helped me at that time. Okay, whatever works for you works. I needed to pivot my perspective and focus, and that was my method at the time. So a month later, or I don't even know the time, it was really fast. I get what was my dream job. You wake up. Sometimes you wake up. But this job has allowed me to travel. This job was one of the best things that ever happened to me other than my daughter. So this job was a contrast to whatever I was experiencing at my other job. And it was like everything I asked for without asking for it, if that makes sense. And it showed me that when you want something, these things come naturally. Like when I got this house, oh my goodness, side tangent. So I was manifesting a 2-bedroom house. I got it, but it came at a cost. This house came with all the things I was manifesting without asking for directly. So for me, it showed me that when you have a desire, those tiny desires that you want come with it at the same time. Like, it's like, I don't know. So like, okay, so I'm manifesting travel, but it came in a way like I'm a teacher. So I got more money, I got more time off, and then I get summers off, and I get paid summers off. So I wanted this thing, but I want to add I'm a teacher, but I didn't go to school for this. I don't have a degree. Like things really just happened to me. It came in this way. So a light follows the least resistant path. I'm thinking I'm gonna be a content creator and but it didn't come in that way. It came in that way. And maybe down the line, but maybe me building more momentum to traveling will build that clientele. I can be that point, but it all follows a certain trajectory of the least resistance. So I get this job, I'm traveling more, and I don't have all the money in the world. I find ways to save. I find ways to use like quad pays, tax refunds. Like, again, I'm not like rich, but it's my passion, so I'm making it happen. I spent a summer in Guatemala, changed everything, came back to work. When I woke up, I fell into this deep depression. Like something changed in me, but I have to go back to my old life. And it was another trip to Mexico where I decided I want this to be my daily life. It was like a declaration. I got this eye twitch, like, oh my gosh. I made an inner decision to have this be my reality. And I've had the same thought with different things. So nothing's different. If I have this desire will come to fruition just by me wanting it. So essentially is your desire, your wantingness, you wanting it will bring it to be. But are you supporting that thought with good soil? Are you watering it? Do you really believe it to be? Or do you have excuses? If you fight for your limitations, you get to keep them. But I have this, but I have that. I'm a single mother. I pay rent, I pay a car note, and I travel with her. I make less than $3,000 a month. Transparency. Some bills may not get paid, but money comes back. And I also just quit my job too. Well, I didn't renew my contract. That's a conversation for another day.